Hi guys, it's Hope. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing 2019 beauty favorites or best of beauty. I absolutely love doing these videos. This is my fourth year doing one now. I did one in 2016, 17, 18, and now 19. I will link down below all of the favorites that I have done. I vividly remember sitting down and filming 2018 last year, so it's actually insane that I am filming this again 2019. I literally can't believe it. It's just, this year flew. It was a crazy year. So much happened. I did graduate high school this past year, which I can't believe that. I finished my first semester of college already, which I can't believe that either. Like, time flies, you guys. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I did do a recap of 2018 favorites, which is probably the last video that I uploaded because I think I'm going to upload this one before the other ones I'm filming today. I revisited and went through my 2018 favorites and let you know kind of if I still love those products and so on and so forth. There isn't really any, well, there's a couple in there that I don't really love as much, but I think if you are going to watch my 2018 favorites, you might want to watch my revisiting 2018 that I just filmed this past week, and it's been uploaded since then. Kind of see my thoughts on those, but most of them I do kind of stand by that I still do like. There's a few that I'm like, okay, I don't know if I really love them as much anymore, but there's some that I like hate anymore. Without further ado, I think we should just hop right in and get started. These products, you guys have probably heard about me talk about all these on my channel. Some of them are from last year and some of them are just this year I just discovered. Tried to narrow down, I don't have as much as I mentioned last year. I wanted to narrow down stuff that I have been using actually and that I've really been enjoying. I did want to talk about what I'm wearing on my eyes today first because this company did send this to me. This is by Gerrard Cosmetics. And it's this palette. Unfortunately, we almost just had another incident. Unfortunately, this shade broke in transit coming to my house, but I think this is a really pretty palette. It does smell very chemically. That's the one thing. I don't know if it's the packaging or the actual product, but when you open it, you do get a whiff. I've been using this palette for a few weeks now on my eyes, and I haven't had any irritation or any issues with it. It is kind of expensive though. Right now this month I think it's on sale. It's a certain percentage off, so this palette is listed for 30 bucks right now. Personally, I do not think that it is worth the $30. It's originally $45. I would not pay $45 for this palette. It is an indie brand, so that is why it's up in price. It's a really pretty palette. It's pigmented. I've been playing with these shades and these. I dipped into this. I haven't really played with these yet. This is a very intense black matte. They all are really pretty, but it is a little bit more expensive, but it is an indie brand, so you are supporting like a kind of a smaller brand. I do like it, and I think it's a very pretty palette. And then also they did send over this lip product, which is what I'm wearing, mixed with the Gerard Cosmetics, which is lip gloss that I'm going to mention today. This is just their lip gloss, I guess. Oh, this palette's in pretty neutral is what it's called. This lip gloss is more of a more like the Dose of Colors lip glosses, where it's like a thicker, like more like a cream. But you guys, the smell is too, I can't deal with the smell with this. It is way too chemically, and this is in the shade Morena, and this is 15 bucks on sale. Originally it's 28. I would never spend $28 on this. They have another shade called Kimmy, which I think is really pretty. It's a little bit more pinky. This is a little more brown. It's a pretty shade, and like the packaging, you can tell that they put a lot of effort into it. Like, it looks really pretty, but it's very chemically. Okay, so the first product is the e.l.f. Moisture Lock. You guys know I absolutely love this product. I am into dewier looking skin, but if I'm going to wear a dewy foundation, I will probably most likely pair it with a more gripping, kind of stickier primer. That's what this is. This is definitely more of like a gripping, it's white. It's not like sticky, but it almost is. It feels just like it's like holding on to your makeup. It's called a moisture lock for a reason. If you have oily skin, you like it. If you have dry skin, you might like it. I have normal to dry skin, and I do like it. I don't have super dry skin. That's the only reason why I'm a little bit like, I don't know. I do use it kind of in my T-zone area, and it works really great. I used it today, and I think it just makes your makeup last all day, and it's really great. It holds your makeup in place, and I absolutely love it. So this is definitely one that if you're looking for a good drugstore primer that's just going to kind of hold on to your makeup, I think you would really like this. I did discover this year. Also, I did discover the Essence Fresh and Fit Awake Primer. This says it's a glow and pore minimizing. I don't think that this is really pore minimizing. It does add a very nice glow. The only thing, which I don't hear a lot of people talk about with this, is I know Tati hated on this, but I think this is a very pretty product. It's a very good glowing like primer. The only thing is sometimes I sense glitter in it. When I swatched it just now, I don't know if I really see, I put it right here. I don't know if I really see shimmer, but sometimes I do, and it could have to do with other products that I'm wearing. It smells really good and just kind of like fresh. Like it's just like a light, like it says cranberry water. Like that's kind of what I think of. Like it's just a fresh primer. This is like a dewy primer that I would more likely wear when I'm just like wearing this and like concealer to give me a healthy glow. If I'm gonna wear like the Wet n Wild Dewy Primer, which is what I mentioned last year, I love that primer. Is that what it's called? But that's more of like a metallic, intense, not necessarily would wear it on its own. It's not gonna look as natural as this would. This is $5 and it's great. And I think this one's like 6 to 8, so this is not super expensive either. And I absolutely love this. I like the packaging of this one. This is just like a squirt like this, but I don't mind that packaging either. I like both of these and I've talked about them both and I really enjoy them. The foundation that I want to mention is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion. I really like this. This is one though that if you want like a really nice light medium coverage that's going to give you a glow, you would like this. This is not one that's going to give you a lot of coverage though, so like I can still see my acne, so a lot of times I mix it. I'm wearing it today. I mix the L'Oreal Infallible foundation. I do not like that foundation on its own, but when I mix it with products like this, I do like it. This is a little too dark right now for me. It's an Ivory L2. This works fine with me in the summer, but in the winter, I can't wear this on its own. I really like this. It gives you just like a nice, luminous, really pretty look to your skin. The reason why I paired not this primer with it, but this e.l.f. one was because it's so it can kind of hold on to it a little bit more. It won't move around. And this, not that it moves around, but like when you're using illuminating, more dewy looking foundation, you're gonna want more of a primer like this, like that's gonna hold on to it. That's something more illuminating because you're already getting enough illumination, so I really like this. This is not necessarily like an everyday foundation for me though. I do want to throw in the Physicians Formula Healthy because I absolutely love that foundation. I have not repurchased it yet, but this was one that I used up this year and have definitely been like a favorite of mine, and I am going to repurchase that very, very soon. I keep saying that, but I just haven't gotten to the store. I will be repurchasing that because that's just an everyday, no matter what time of the year foundation that I love. That's one that I would go to any time of the year. Good everyday, not too dewy, not too matte. Kind of just like a satin finish. That's great. Concealer, I do really like my Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer. I think this is a really good one. My applicator broke when I first bought it and it's pretty much dried out. I need to like throw this in the empties because I've pretty much used this. I like this concealer a lot. I think it's a really great one. Also, which is one I discovered this year, another one I discovered was the Revlon Candid. Now this is not like my absolute favorite, but every time I wear this, I'm like, I just really like this. It's a good everyday, not too thick and full coverage, but it's thick and like full coverage enough that like it covers. So I absolutely do love this, and I think this is a really good concealer. If you were looking for a good natural one, I think you would like this. I can just keep building. I can put it on top of powder and it looks good. So I do like this. I use it all the time. It's one of my favorites. But one, I think my absolute favorite is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage. I repurchase this all the time. It's like $5, $6. It is an absolutely amazing concealer. It has coverage, but it's not too thick, and that's what I like about it. I talk about this one all the time. I believe I mentioned this one last year. I really love this one. This year, the powder that I really like is that I discovered because my Maybelline one, they don't sell or they reformulated. This is the Physicians Formula The Healthy. This one is a little bit expensive. I think it's like $12 or $13 for the drugstore. But I do like this. I think it's a nice, just a light setting powder. It doesn't really add a super lot amount of coverage, but you can tell that you added a little bit. It does kind of just, it doesn't mattify, but it also just sets your product in and it lasts all day. And I do like it. I wear it all the time. Moving into bronzer. I forgot to grab my bronzer. The bronzer that I really discovered this year was the Milani Silky Matte. I love this. I've used this so much. I talk about this all the time. I love this bronzer. The tone is just perfect. It's like a bronze contour. It smells kind of coconutty. I love this. I haven't repurchased my butter bronzer, which I do really like that one. But this one is a really great one. If you're looking for more of a matte type of bronzer that just blends really nice, this is great. I have the second darkest, so Sun-Kissed. That's one that I discovered this year that I absolutely love. A blush that I discovered this year, or I really got into it this year, was my Wet n Wild Ombre blush. The reason why I like this is because it's like a blush highlight. So literally I can just like put it on my cheeks like this and just go, and it creates a really pretty blush highlight. So if I don't want to add extra highlighter, it's just a really pretty glow. Of course I added more highlighter today. It just looks really good on your skin. So I absolutely love this. It's a couple dollars and it's one of my favorites. Also by Benefit Dallas. I just want to throw this in here because it's always a favorite of mine. I absolutely love this. It's like a perfect blush bronzer. So if I wear this, a lot of times I don't use bronzer. I just kind of just take my fluffier Real Techniques brush and just kind of hit the points of my face. Sometimes I even throw this on my forehead because it's just like a perfect blush bronzer. It's really great. I absolutely love this. Also, my Smashbox Spotlight palette. How many years have I mentioned this in a row? I mentioned it last year. I think I might have mentioned it in 2017. I can't remember. I have two of these. One, I've hit pan on completely. This one is just another one. One of my friends here on YouTube, Rachel, sent this to me. I'm so grateful that she sent this to me because I absolutely love this. This is like the collab packaging when Casey Holmes collabed with them, but this product I believe is still around. They made this product permanent. They have a pearl and a gold one. I have the pearl. The gold would probably be a little too dark for my skin tone, but this is beautiful. It just creates a nice glow. I talk about it all the time. It doesn't emphasize too many pores, but it just looks really pretty, and you can build it and make it intense if you want, or you can just kind of cut back on it. It's a really great product. If you are looking for more intense highlighter from the drugstore, this is the Flower Beauty Shimmer and Strobe Highlighting Palette. I discovered this at the very end of last year, so I didn't mention it in the favorites because I was like, I just got this. So now it has its time to shine this year. This is gorgeous. This is a really beautiful highlighting palette. It's very buttery and just silky. Look at that. So today I'm wearing a mixture of the pearl and the gold, which are these two. It's just, oh my gosh, you guys. They are a little bit more pore emphasizing. If you're looking for a highlighter palette that you just have something of every single shade, and you're never gonna go through this. It's super intense. You could apply it with a light hand and blend it and make it probably. It's just not one that you would build. This is like a woo, like you can just put it on and it's intense. I have two brow pencils now. I'm not super picky with brow pencils. These are just the ones that I've really been into lately, so I just thought I would throw them in here. And I love them. I really like the L'Oreal ones that I talked about last year. I just haven't repurchased those. I'm just trying products all the time. This is the Maybelline Total Temptation. I believe I've repurchased. This is not the first one I've owned. This is in the shade Blonde, which it's pretty dark. I mean, I didn't fully use this today, but my hair is like kind of naturally highlighted blonde. So this is a very nice brow pencil. It's a definer type. This one doesn't really stick to your skin very well though, so if you really need to fill in, I don't know if you would like this one as much. This one, I just have thicker brows, so it just works for me. I do really like this e.l.f. Ultra Precise brow pencil. This one's like $5. I'm really low on both of them. This is more of a skinny tip. I go in phases. I was into the powder brows for a while, just filling it in with like an eyeshadow. Now I'm back into the pencils, but this is a really good one if you're looking for a really precise tip. I like the L'Oreal one as well. I don't know, I'm not super picky. I like ones that are not too creamy, not too waxy, kind of in between, but I'm not super picky because I have thicker brows. Not that they're thick, but like they already have a decent shape that it doesn't need to be super filled in. They just kind of need to be filled in a little bit. Primer is the CoverGirl Lid Lockup. I believe I mentioned this last year. Actually, I'm pretty sure I know I did. I really like this. It's a really great primer for gripping onto your eyes. This is almost gone. I used it today to hold on to my eyeshadow. I can tell a difference when I don't use primer on my eyes. Even concealer. I have oily eyelids, and if I don't use it, I can just tell when my eyeshadow just like falls apart really easily. So by the end of the day, my eyeshadow still looks good when I wear this primer, and so that's how I know it works. This is not like a paint pot type of primer where it's like a thicker, gonna like mask your veins. This is thinner. This is just one that's gonna kind of just add not even like any coverage. So if you do use this, I would say put concealer on, but the thing is sometimes it kind of grips and messes with it. So it's best if you really have nothing on your eyelids, or even today I did my foundation concealer powder, but then I really made sure my eyelids were kind of just like smoothed out before I added this. And a lot of times if you just add like if you're my skin tone, a powder that's like this, like the Wet n Wild Brûlée shadow, which was what I was gonna mention. This is a single shadow that's like 99 cents or $1.99, super inexpensive. If you add a shadow like this on a brush, this is what I do. Add this primer, then put this on top. and it just covers and it does set, and it kind of adds a nice coverage that you're not seeing all your eyeshadow or your eye veins, whatever. Everybody has them. My Colourpop Super Shock Shadows. These are really good. I had this one last year. I believe I mentioned in my favorites. This is in the shade Ladybird. On Christmas Day, this is all I wore on my lid, was just a pretty glitter, and it was just gorgeous. I love it. This is more of a topper though. I wouldn't say that you would really want to wear this on its own unless you really want to pack it on, but you could, but it's just, I like to use it more of an eyeshadow topper, even just like on top. I could have done it today, but I didn't. Also the shade Bouncy. Where did I get this? Did I get this from Emma? I can't remember. This is a really pretty, like it has like a shift to it. It's so gorgeous. I love this. A lot of times I wear this on like the outer part of my eye. I could do it today too. So gorgeous. These are amazing shadows and they're like $6. So if you find a couple that you're like, oh, I really would wear them, they are great. They're like a weird texture. You can't describe it. They're not creams. They're not powdery. They're like, they're so weird. Like if you pushed hard enough in it, it would like create a dent, you know? So, oh, they're so pretty. I haven't tried their mattes yet though. Also a cream shadow, the J.Cat Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse. Oh, this is beautiful. Again, this is more of a topper for me. It looks pigmented and it is, but it just always works best if you add it as a topper. It's really pretty and reflective. This is in the shade Chrome Galaxy. This is like $5 or $6 and it's gorgeous. I have the Butter London ones. The Butter London ones dried out. They're like the jelly type. Dried out on me way quicker. This is more of like a cream and it lasts longer and it's pretty much the same thing. Palettes, we're almost done. The Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette, I'm always going to talk about this. I mentioned this one last year. This is just a go-to, really easy, everyday. It has like any shade you would ever need, and if you don't own this, I don't know what you're doing with your life, because it's like $38 and you have this many shades. I've dug into so many. It's so messy. I've just really dug my heart and soul into it. I really like this. No matter what controversy with Jaclyn, if you have an issue with Morphe, I just like the palette in general. The same with these. These ones aren't as great of a quality, but if you are looking for like just a palette that has a few shades for 15 bucks, this is great. Like if you're looking for a good warm tone, this one is Ring the Alarm. It says it on here. So these are really pretty too, like when you stack them. Morphe, Jaclyn Hill, and then Ring the Alarm. This is the Vault collection. They have 4 palettes in this collection. You can buy them separate or all together. And they're 15 bucks each, which I don't think is too terrible at all. So this is the Ring the Alarm one, which is very orangey, warm tones. This is the Bling Boss, which is purples, which is what I gravitate towards. They're a little bit trickier to work with than the bigger Morphe, but they're still good quality. I wouldn't say they're bad. I still use them. Colourpop Double Entendre palette. If you're looking for an eyeshadow formula, again, this is like 15 or 16. They're a little bit up there for like drugstore, but this is a very good palette, good quality. If you find a palette from Colourpop that you think has kind of draws your attention, I think you would like it. They're really good shadow formulas. I mean, look at the metallics. They're so pretty. Their mattes are really easy to blend. I do like them. I wear them a lot. So beautiful. I think Colourpop does hit it out of the ballpark with their shadows. They do a really great job. So the mascara, I'm just going to mention one because I talk about the same mascaras all the time. The mascara that I want to talk about is the Covergirl Exhibitionist. I use that one up and I haven't repurchased yet, but I absolutely love this mascara. It's just, it builds, it makes your lashes black, it lengthens, it defines, it curls, it volumizes. It's a really great mascara. I've talked about it before. I just used it up and got rid of it. And I talk about the same mascaras, and that one I feel like I really discovered this year and was the one that I really wanted to bring to your attention, so I absolutely love that one. Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss. This is the one product from Gerard Cosmetics that I really like. It has a mirror on the side, and it's supposed to have a light. The light's a little wonky, like when you're like hitting your lips, it's in here. These are a little bit more expensive, but Gerard Cosmetics, would you say it's an indie brand? I'm not sure. They're more expensive products, but they did send some to me, and I didn't love a lot of them, but I thought some of them were okay and good. This is the one product that stood out to me. I like them. I think they're really pretty. Also, the Dose of Colors lip glosses. Speaking of spending that much money, these ones are a little bit more of like a lip cream. These ones smell good. I do like these a lot. If you're looking for a splurge item, a lot of times these go on sale for $9. So honestly, I wouldn't spend full price because I bought this for $9. Whenever they have Ulta 21 Days of Beauty sale, the Dose of Colors matte ones and the lip glosses a lot of times are on sale. This is Messy Bun, which is like a really popular shade. That's when I bought this. That's what I would spend on it. Personally, for me, I don't spend a lot of money on makeup, period, but, well, a lot high-end prices on products, but this is a good one. The Morphe Setting Mist I really like. I've repurchased a couple times. I'm completely out. I just used it up. Actually, I think my empties. This is the product right here. It has a really fine mist. Ooh, there's still a little bit in there. That setting mist is really good. I enjoy it, and it's one of my favorites. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Those were all the products I had to mention today. I know last year I did mention song favorites. I'm not going to actually play them because I would get copyrighted, which sucks. I absolutely hate that they do that on YouTube because I loved sharing song favorites. That's what I did in 2018. That was my favorite part of the favorites video, was jamming out to the songs. But I'll pull up my top 2019 songs from my Spotify that they do at the end of the year. And let's see here. I'll just throw in a couple. I'm not going to play them, and I'll just list them. God's Country by Blake Shelton. That was my #1 song. Absolutely agree 100%. That song, when that song came out, I played that one so much. There was just something about like the bass in it and just such a good song. It's just... so good. I got into country probably a year and a half ago. Such a good song. Also, Speechless by Dan and Shay. That one was one of my favorites last year. I don't listen to that one as much, but I do like that one. It has a little bit of a meaning to me. Rearview Town was at the top. Old Town Road was at the top. Prayed for You by Matt Stell. I really liked that one. Every time that one comes on, no matter how often it's played, I love that one. I listen to it all the time. Leave a Light On by Tom Walker. That's a good one. She Got the Best of Me by Luke Combs. That was a good one that I always listen to. I don't know, there's just something about that song. I really can't go through all these. I really love a lot of songs. I really got into Nickelback this year. Especially at the end of the year. So like, Photograph, love that one. What's another one? Far Away, I really like that one. Even Gotta Be Somebody, I like that one. Second Chance by Shinedown. Anyway, so yes, I love a lot of songs. I'll list some down in the description box that I've been loving lately, but I hope you guys had a really great 2019, and I hope you have a great start to 2020. If 2019 wasn't your year, we're off to a fresh start. Let's think of some new things, new habits that we can do. I know it's like the New Year's resolutions, which I honestly don't get into that because I say stuff and then I just kind of don't ever do anything. So I'm always thinking of you guys and appreciate all of your support. I can't wait to see what next year brings. I hope you guys are enjoying content. If you guys have any video ideas, I'm always open to hearing them down in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to stick around and subscribe. I post beauty videos, lifestyle videos. I'm in college. I live in the dorm, so I've been filming a little bit of that and doing videos with that, but I also just really like to stick to makeup and beauty. That's my comfort. So if you are into that, I hope you will stick around, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.